Hi, my name is Juan. I'm an MBA class of 2007 and currently a vice president at Blackstone in their advisory practice. My career journey after undergrad was in public accounting. I had friends that worked in investment banking, and I always thought that was a little bit more interesting, and I just wanted to know more about it. And as I learned more about it, I realized that I didn't have the skill set to be an investment banker, especially at that time in the economy, and I figured I should go to business school. After business school at Stern, I landed at my dream job at the time, which was Bear Stearns, doing investment banking. And less than a year later, Bear Stearns collapsed and was acquired by JP Morgan, at which time I went over to Prudential, the life insurance company in Newark, and I worked in their corporate development group for about 3 years, just doing M&A for that company specifically. And was fortunate enough to meet someone at Blackstone representing a client, and we had a conversation, and he brought me over to work with him. These days in the economy, it's challenging to get those jobs at the top bulge brackets, the top boutiques. So my recommendation would be to start early, just especially for the career switchers, the people that don't have the background, like myself. Get to know the hard technical skills very well, do well in your classes, reach out to alumni, that's very important, and do it early, do it often. Get their thoughts on what they should be doing, how to bridge the gap in your resume and your skill set to be an attractive candidate to some of the top banks out there. And be willing to kind of start small, in a way, and try to get that experience anywhere you can. I, for example, took part-time internships during my first year because I didn't have that skill set. Some of them were unpaid, just to get that experience, put it on my resume so I could show other banks, that I was serious about this career, that I've had some experience that was practical and that would transfer over well when they hired me. So, you've got to be hungry, you really have to work hard. Going through the process, you'll find out very quickly if you really want to be an investment banker, if you want to be in that field in your first year at Stern, your first internship, you'll know if it's for you. There's so many other things besides kind of the professional aspect and the academic aspect here at Stern that I took advantage of. I think one of my more memorable Stern experiences, my roommate was adopted from Colombia when he was 3 months old, and he was raised by a Jewish family in Boston, and we ended up being roommates because we knew each other from California. But on one of our winter break, he wanted to go back to Colombia to see where he came from, to see his orphanage, where he came from. And 4 of us from Stern, we all went together. We had friends from our class that were Colombian and showed us around Colombia when we got to Bogota, and we went to Cartagena for New Year's, which was a great experience. And obviously while we were there, we went to go visit the orphanage that he came from, and it was a very moving and memorable experience that I'll never forget. Socially, I was always around. I was, if people wanted to hang out, people wanted to get coffee, people wanted to talk, if it was someone's birthday, I always tried to make an appearance or show up and make sure people knew that, they were important to me and it mattered to me that they were in my life. And, that's kind of continued on to my post-Stern life, and I look back on it and I'm glad that I kept on saying yes to everybody when they asked me to hang out. Hi, my name is Juan. I'm an MBA class of 2007 and currently a vice president at Blackstone in their advisory practice.